This is part 4 on some reasons why you may want to start paying for ChatGPT to get the enhanced features. Make sure to follow me so you can stay up to date on the series and all the other series I'm going to be doing about the other models that I pay for. First, my name's Casey. I work in AI and I'm here with actual advice that everyone can use. Part 4. Projects. I think the most underrated and the second most powerful thing with ChatGPT Plus. The most powerful is obviously going to be the different models you get and not having really a limit on general use of ChatGPT. But projects are a game changer on every LLM right now. If you're not using projects, if you're not containerizing your questions and your queries with the LLM you're using, you're leaving a lot on the table. So let's dive into it. First, what are projects? Think of projects as a safe space for all of your chats on a specific topic. So what does that mean? Generally with ChatGPT, if you just ask it a new query every single time, you have all of your questions over here kind of on the sidebar, right? And everything kind of just gets jumbled in here, right? So with projects, it lets you containerize all those chats on a specific topic, but you get to set custom instructions and custom project files. So let's go ahead and hop into my health project that I've built here. Over here on the side, you can create a new project just by clicking on new project, but I'm just going to go ahead and dive into one that I have built out and spent a lot of time in. So this is my health project. I've attached project files. I've attached some very detailed instructions for it so I can query, containerize, and get all my data in one place for this specific topic without it bleeding out and everything else I'm using ChatGPT for. Whenever you've created your project, you've named it, you've set an icon, the first thing you need to do, if you want, you don't have to, is you can start uploading project files for it. So project files is going to be a place where you can upload things such as an XLS document, like an Excel sheet, a JSON file, a text document, a PDF, a ton of PDFs, right? Whatever you want to do. So here in this project, it's related to my health and my weight loss journey. So I've uploaded all of my blood work in a CSV. I've uploaded all of my Apple Health data metrics inside of here. I've uploaded my last 30 days of food that I've ate from my calorie counting app. I've uploaded data from my Aura Ring, right? So I'm collecting multiple data from multiple different sources so I can start asking questions about it. Once you have files in project files, which again, you don't have to have files here. It's just if you have data like that that you would like to reference, this is where you want to put them. Once you have that, then you're going to go to instructions, and now you're going to give it custom instructions. So every chat inside this project is always going to refer back to the instructions first. So you're not having to prompt it every single time to remember to, hey, I am 34 years old. I am 6'4". I weigh this, I weigh that, whatever project you're working on, right? It's going to always be able to reference the same set of instructions for every single chat inside the project. So for example, in this instruction file, I have a fairly complex set of instructions that is going over everything that I'm feeding it. So I've defined what kind of files are uploaded into it. I've defined some of my demographics, right? And then I've given a final set of instructions to, before answering my query, first analyze all provided files to ensure your data response is based on complete and the most recent data. So here's an example of a question I may ask it. Give me an executive summary over the last 10 days of my data. And I'm going to go ahead and hit enter here and let's see what it gives me. So we're about 25 seconds in and now it's starting to give me data. And keep in mind, this is the 4.0 model. This can take a lot longer depending on the model you're using. So it's going to give me a good high-level executive overview. The next thing is codecs. So I'm not that much of a coder or a programmer, but if you are, you may make use of this, especially if you don't want to pay for Claude. Claude right now is the go-to for any kind of coding or programming, but it does come in ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is only going to get better and better as time goes on. Again, with that said, I'm not a coding expert. This is definitely not my niche. This is not my lane, but I do want to touch on it. So here on the side, if you click this and then go to Codex to where you can use it and attach it to your GitHub to run queries, to debug code, to generate new code, if that's a thing you're into. So just a second ago, I told it to create me a script to show system uptime and memory utilization in a hypervisor called Proxmox. So whenever I done that, it thought for looked like right at 1 minute, and then it generated me 2 sets of code for Proxmox so I can show system uptime and memory utilization.